here, but it looks like I'm still getting my achievements. Because we once had 100% achievement, and we want to retrieve that honor. Not that anybody cares about trophies or achievements in video games. When was the last time you went to your buddy's profile and looked at their trophies? Who gives a fuck? And if you're watching that, welcome back. All right, looks like we did some stuff. Oh yeah, I got arrested. So what I had to do is I had to leave the planet because, you know, we had like a 15,000 credit bounty. And as far as I can tell, there's no way to pay that bounty off. So you have to leave for like an in-game day, come back, and then they'll de-aggress, but the security guards will still come and try to arrest you. I couldn't even pay them off. They just threw me in jail for 7 days. So I'm assuming I have to... See, we got Varun mission boards. First time I've seen that. Destroy the Varun Dirge. Well, that's cool that they got you attacking the Zealots. So we can't even get new bad guys. It would have been kind of funny if they had you attacking UC or Freestar.
How did we end up here?
Well, your scientists started to experiment on multiple dimensions and how to get there, and then grav drive technology, and then they blew everything up. And now you're stuck in like some kind of time-space rip. I don't think she was listening to me. I've got my microphone on. I don't know why she wasn't listening to me. I've noticed that more nowadays, though, is people, they don't really listen when you're talking. They're waiting to talk, which has always been a thing. But it is way more like that now. I've trained myself not to do that. Like, when somebody's talking, I try to listen, even if it's something I've heard before, or I know where they're going, or they're not the best speaker and they're kind of boring. I still try to, like, zone in on it. But I feel like technology's kind of given us all ADHD to where people think if they don't say it now, they'll forget what they want to say, kind of thing, or they'll lose their train of thought, which is becoming scarily common. Boom. Ooh, an elevator. Nice. I like elevators. Bum, 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 bum.
Do not agitate the locals. Many have already lost everything. They need no further troubles.
Do I look like I'm agitating anyone, sir? Get your paintball gear and kick rocks.
I pray that the great serpent...
So I can finally buy ammunition from this lady.
Looks like I have full... They will not
She
know
doesn't
what hit
sell the
them.
ammunition for the rocket launcher thing, which I find hilarious. She sells heavy particle fuses, which is nice, but... yeah, she doesn't sell the rocket stuff. I think that's an oversight. I don't think they planned for it to be like that, but... oh, well. Oof, that's a pretty good weapon. It's got really shit range, though. It's almost got, like, the range of a shotgun. Perfect. So, sadly, we've got a hurricane coming our way. So I'll probably stream the day it comes. And then, of course, the stream will stop once we lose power. I don't have any, like, GoGo or GoPros or anything like that,
Our minds
so
and bodies must be fully
I
devoted.
could show you, like, the storm outside of my window, but... so I ordered some battery banks so we could charge our devices, because when we lose power here, we also lose our water, because we have well pumps. Kind of annoying.
Well,
That's the most annoying
You're
part,
back.
to be honest with you.
what news do
Got our
you
first
bring?
chat of the day. We've got Death Double D Dealer, 542nd of their glorious lineage. Hail and welcome, sir. Boop. Boop. What are you up to? Alright, let's give the ring lie. It's done. Your son is dead. Give the ring lie. Varric answers to the Great Serpent now. Give the ring one signet ring as requested. Do I want to lie to this guy? Actually, I don't like this guy. We'll go with the Great Serpent one.
What have you done? Varric,
This blood is on your hands, Victor. I hope you remember this.
Actually, the blood is on my hands. You and Luther act surprised, but you both knew this was coming. You act like this was a crime. Your own laws demanded death. All right, let's go with that one.
And I also told you to spare him.
Well, I did spare him.
No, it was Vedek's choice. He knew the consequences.
Early lunch, huh?
You were
Nice.
his father. You were supposed to protect him.
In most places, we call
You
that
think
breakfast.
You were doing what is right
or
out of
brunch.
some blind dedication, but you are
It's only
destroying
7:17 your
this
time, right?
house.
I think you're an hour
You
behind me.
already lost one child. You had to murder the other.
Victoria!
I will not hear any more of this. It is done. Leave us.
I'd be pretty pissed off too.
I am leaving to mourn my nephew whose memory you disgrace with your very presence.
I thought she was the sister.
Victoria!
Leave her be, Luther. The great serpent will guide her.
Oh yeah, you're in my time.
She will understand in time
this is
and
breakfast
emerge
time.
stronger for it.
But I'll let you call it early lunch. We will allow this. Something tells me she's not getting over that. I wouldn't get over it. We crashed. Because people don't understand, like, the voice acting is good. It was the sound director that screwed up the voice acting to where, like, they would be screaming when it was quiet, that kind of stuff. That's not the voice actor's faults. Bidoo-bidoo-doo. Bum, 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 bum.
Something is.
'Tis I, Vindicator Venkman. How's it going,
Well?
everybody? Can I talk to you about...
I pray you return with
You're
good
back.
news.
What news do you bring?
I've got your ring.
What have you done? Varric,
This blood is on your hands, Victor.
I didn't say I
hope you
killed him. I just said
remember
I
this.
got the ring. Why are you acting surprised? You were in the room when he ordered his son's death. I see. I thought this was the sister, but I guess this is the aunt. So it would be the father's sister, I'm assuming.
And I also told you to spare him.
How do you know I didn't?
No, it was Vedek's choice. He knew the consequences.
You were his father.
How's
You
your
were
internet
supposed
nowadays?
to protect him. You think you are doing what is right out of some blind dedication, but you are destroying this house. You already lost one child. You had to murder the other.
Victoria!
I will not hear
I like
any
that
more
name,
of this.
Victoria. If I ever had a
It
daughter,
is done.
that is a name I would think about
Leave
naming
us.
them.
Oh, I am leaving to mourn my nephew whose memory you disgrace with your very presence.
You tell him,
Victoria!
Victoria.
Leave her be, Luther. The great serpent will guide her. She will understand in time and emerge stronger for it.
Time heals all wounds. That is not true. Cancer loves time.
She will. She has duties to perform.
I like his dark skin with the gold
I
eyes.
care nothing
That's
for
super
what
cool.
you think.
It's a shame we don't have gold
only
eyes
one
in
matter
real life.
remains to discuss.
That'd be a nice.
Did you find anyone who aided my son?
I've seen somebody
in
that
his
to where their
treachery?
eyes were so light blue that it almost looked silver. That was super cool. I believe your son acted alone. Trust me when I say the situation was handled.
Good. I also have heard nothing of my son's disappearance, so I appreciate your discretion in this matter. You restored order to this
Dude gave me
house
1,000
and
credits to
have my
murder his own son.
gratitude.
Cheap
Here.
motherfucker.
The access code that Ekris needs to connect to the power grid. Now go.
Oh, thank you for the access code.
I
That
have
will help me
much
save your
to
people.
arrange.
I don't blame you.
Then
for
all
what
I had to do was
happened.
murder your son. We totally
I
didn't
only
murder
wish
him
you
though.
would have prevented it. First, Vashti.
What do you remember
Now,
about
Varric.
the cataclysm?
I remember the light,
I like
And a
how his
horrible
beard is all
sound.
patchy. It's almost like dirt.
but most of all, I remember Victor's
I don't know if it's supposed to
face
be
when
dirt
he
or not.
rushed outside to find us. He kept saying it was gone, disappeared. I'll never forget the moment he took us into the halls of obedience to see the devastation that surrounded the scaled citadel. The heartbreak and horror we felt knowing whatever took Dazra took our house and family with it.
Mm-hmm.
I mostly looked after the house members, trying to take a more active role in the lives of our people. Victor's
So this house
attention
is a
more
responsibility as
administrative
security,
focused,
yeah.
so he has little time to deal with personal grievances
That's why all their
or
names
requests.
kind of sound like Victory
Since the destruction,
or Victor.
I did all I could to help ease our family's grief. But once Varric left, I turned my focus completely to Victor.
Guy's got small eyeballs but giant eyebrows.
Serpent guide you.
Yeah, yeah. All right, let's go see if we can find some lore up here. Dun, 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 dun. All right, employment recommendations. Yeah, so they're all military stuff. Rivals. There's probably like a side mission to get this info. Nothing interesting there. That's Tavina's office. That looks like that's a cool chest. I hope I can craft some of this Varun stuff. We're in a bunker. Let's take a nap. That was a lot of work not killing that kid.
Our minds and bodies must be fully devoted to his will.
Do you have good download upload speeds? Because gaming doesn't require that much in internet speed. What it requires is consistency. So if you have consistent internet, that's what you need. That's why they never recommend being on Wi-Fi. You know, even if you have really good speeds, if you're on Wi-Fi, you know, it can do these little like micro drops that cause you to have issues in gaming. So they live like over by the power station. Alright, what do we have to do now? I finally received the access codes. I need to return to them in the morning device. Okay. Ooh, I like it when I can look through windows. I can see you. Put windows on your ship, you can look out too. See people walking around. I love that. Most games just have like a matte painting basically for that.
If this doesn't work, Serpent save us.
Never give up, never surrender.
Did Victor finally relinquish the access code?
Yeah, I just had to murder his son.
Excellent.
But we didn't murder him.
We'll finally have the resources to fully charge the morning device. Now give me a moment
Yeah, that's
to
all
set
you
up the
need.
grid.
Alright, we're getting all the achieves.
Inputting the access code.
They've got me locked into a cutscene, I guess.
Routing power.
Can I hit the red button?
It is done. Vindicator, will you do us the honor?
Well, of course I will. Hopefully it's not like Fallout. Ah, it's not the red button? That's a shame.
All personnel to stations. Clear the platform.
I think we should have probably cleared the platform before I flipped the switch, right?
Powering grav drive.
Field projector, standing by.
I got a feeling they're going to teleport the city somewhere.
Extending stabilizers.
Grav field, stable.
Why does it look like a weapon? I guess they're going to shoot that thing. The Citadel. Looks a bit janky, a little wibbly wobbly.
Capacitors fully charged.
All stations reporting. Ready to proceed with targeting. It is time.
Sounds good. Let's do it. Do you want me to hit a button? I'll hit a button.
At your order.
Engage. Fire. Oh, I see. There we go. Whoop.
Targeting system engaged.
Well, this is exciting.
Calibrating lens array.
Adjusting counterweights.
Locking axial tilt.
It's gonna suck on replays because you can't skip it.
Position.
It's time. On your mark.
Get set, go! Bloop.
Fire!
This fang shall pierce the shell.
Let's do photo mode. Bloop. Let's get a better shot of that. That's so cool. Alright, let's get some of that. Let's go ahead and pose. Nice. Let's get some saturation going. This is a really good color for saturation. Whoa, 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 whoa. Perfect.
Wow.
Focus.
Beam on target.
Compensating
Power
for
drive,
recoil.
capacity.
It is working. Steady.
Did a little bit of damage. A little hot over there. A little extreme heat. Nice. We did it.
Tracting stabilizers.
Shutdown complete.
Clear.
I don't think it did anything.
Well
Thing
done.
is still there.
All well done.
That
We
was fun.
have done all we can. I am sure the council.
Do you think you can
is waiting
retrofit one of
to
these
speak
onto
to
my
you.
ship? I could use it. Alright, talk to Malibor Dukef. Alright, Malibor. Good work, team. Good work. Proud of all of you. Oop. I wish I could do the praying
Sins
thing.
must have been
I don't think there's a praying. There's one where you're like this, but there's no like kneeling down praying position, which is quite sad. There's a kneeling, but it's like well, that's sort of like praying, right? That's pretty cool. That looks kind of cool. Yeah, we could probably work on that. Oh, blessed serpent, keep your eyes on us.
for the great serpent to subject us to this.
I was not certain this would work, but it seems the serpent has blessed us.
You have always lacked faith, Dulkev.
One could argue that faith got us into this mess in the first place.
Vindicator did nothing,
Enough.
right? It was all the great
It is
serpent.
time for action, not bickering.
Agreed. We must secure the citadel.
It was the great
Send in
serpent that went to all
everyone.
those places, fought all those
Are you mad?
phantoms.
We have no idea how stable
Had to
this
convince
is.
an asshole
no
for his
idea what
security
is happening
codes.
inside.
Yeah, the great serpent did all that. Seems like rushing things caused all this to begin with. We need to take it slow. Whatever we do now, we better do it quickly. Didn't you have a plan for once the device worked?
You saw yourself. We barely had a plan for the device. We are lucky to have made it this far.
I agree with Digimon. Whatever we do, we should do it quickly.
I cannot argue with that. Committing a large force is impossible. There have been reports of increased zealot activity, no doubt in response
You're telling me
to
the
what we have
zealots
been doing
outnumber
here.
your entire planet?
It would be
Give me a
unwise
break.
to leave Dazra even more vulnerable than
I
it
guess they're
already
saying
is.
like 90% of their
And, to be
population
candid,
got disappeared
we have
into
no
the
idea
cataclysm.
what will happen to anyone entering the citadel. We must minimize the
No wonder these
potential
people got their
risk.
asses kicked in the Great Serpent Crusade. Yeah, I see where this is going. Why are you looking at me like that, sir?
I thought perhaps it was obvious.
Oh, it's
where
obvious.
this leads.
You guys are useless. I don't suppose I can say no thank you.
To do so would condemn at least our speaker, and perhaps all.
I don't
in
know him.
Basra.
Seems like you know him better than I.
Really? I do not doubt our newest member's conviction, but
What else can we do? Hmm? He is the only one who can communicate with Anasco. Save as much as you can. Save it all, if possible, but the Speaker must be your priority. Do whatever it takes
The orphans
to
will
bring
be my
Anasco
priority.
back to us.
Alright, I'll be right back. I'm not making any promises. Your serpent doesn't get credit for any of this. We're the ones making it happen. Yeah, let's go with that. Fuck that serpent.
You are not the first to argue the point, but now is hardly the time. When you have returned safely, we can debate until the end of our days what part the serpent
That'll be
has
fun.
played. Focus on what matters now.
I'm hoping we meet the
We
Great
will
Serpent
speak
at some
again
point.
soon.
Or we are the Great Serpent because of a time loop or whatever. That was my theory, like when I first started hearing about all this, and then when you know, find out what the Starborn are and how they work, you're like, okay. All religions were basically founded from a Starborn persona. Whoop. I do like this little churchy area. It's very Sith-like, but, you know. This is a serpent cult, right?
Yes?
Hello.
Hmm?
How's it going? Why, hello. Oop, hello. Hey. That was spooky. I don't want to step on that. Come on, do the thing. Do the thing. Where is our future wife? She is missing. Huh. Oath of the Fang. My blood for the serpent. My blood on his scales. My blood with my people. My blood in his service. Now and forever. Yeah, no thanks. Alright, let's go get our Andrasia girlfriend. Where is my ship? There it is. Nippleborn.
What about the Nippleborn? Dave's JMB Lyron's S Mug LUL.
We don't have that DLC yet. Hopefully in the future we'll have the Nippleborn. There are mods. I was going to download a nudie mod that would introduce nudity and, you know, like pornography and stuff. Because I think it would look better in like neon.
Yes.
Yeah, alright, so you are following me. You're just
Very
broken.
good.
Copy that. Now let's take a nap to make sure this works. Whoop. You'll also, or you could also come up with your own mod for that.
What did...
But yeah, go on to Nexus. There's plenty of nudie mods. I'm sure. Alright, that is depository. I haven't used a nudie mod in a very long time. But I like...
trying to survive one more day.
It's a good way to make things seedier. Because to me, this game is too PG. It's very PG. And it needs some hard R ratings. Andrasia is quite broken.
We have displeased the Great Serpent, so...
Not looking for company right now.
Not looking for company. Ooh, hello.
I've instructed our people to take over Jandar's... Well, the keep is
All right,
what-
we heard that
to
one.
fight and...
What are your thoughts on the trial?
My thoughts are that we got our man, but that the work isn't over.
When did she get an
We will
Asian
need
accent?
to take a close examination of House Cadic's personnel and
She's got like a,
we
I don't know,
have
like a Star
rooted
Trek
out
Asian
every
accent.
last traitor in our city. All must serve.
Mm-hmm.
The Ministry of State executed Varric Bethal as a traitor. We must all remember our duty to root out heresy. Even now.
I'm more of a live and let live kind of guy. Laborer number 3521. Yeah, Andresia's just broken. She's not here at all. It's gonna make this less cool. We need to fix that. What we'll do is we'll get Sarah to follow us and then get Andresia to follow us. Maybe that'll fix it. Hell, I'll take Vasco with me. Alright, Sarah, help me fix this
hello.
bug.
I'm more than ready. Let's go.
Hello. Finally, I've been waiting.
Yeah, I know.
Good luck, Andresia. If the concept of luck is something that you believe in, of course.
Luck will not be necessary, but thank you just the same.
I don't think she's super duper religious, but she is still religious.
I would like a chance to talk to you, if you are able.
Any time for you, madam.
It has been a relief to be honest with you about my past.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate your willingness to listen.
Anytime.
But talking about this, remembering all those years, has brought back some unsettling memories.
It can happen. I'm here for you if you need someone to listen. Yeah, memories of House Rune that aren't unsettling. I'm surprised we won't say that.
Thank you. That means a great deal to me.
Mm-hmm.
I have told you that I spent many years coordinating with smugglers along the edges of the settled systems. There were men and women I worked alongside closely. And over time, I established relationships. They were not of the promised, but I considered them friends.
There was a time when I wasn't promised, and I'm not so bad. There was a time when I wasn't promised.
Yes, I have found that to be true.
So there's a couple comments
It
that relate
was
to the DLC.
And is still a surprise. You must understand. I was raised to believe that those who do not follow the Great Serpent do not matter, for they are lost. Their fate
Any religion
is
that
fixed.
teaches that is not one I condone.
And yet here were these men and women with hopes and dreams.
I understand
delights and
teaching
aversions.
unity.
It felt like
but teaching
a
hate for
small
people that just don't.
betrayal of my people, of House Varun, but
But the
cared
counter
for
argument
my
to that is
friends.
like, what if you meet a culture who believes that like
then
violence or
I lost
assault
them.
is okay? Well, obviously you're gonna go against that, right? It's never easy losing a friend.
It's not something I have much experience with. It was so sudden. We had met on a remote planet to transfer cargo. And zealots appeared in force, seemingly out of nowhere. There was barely time to react. So many were cut down immediately. I believe my years of training saved me, got me moving when others faltered. I retreated to
I
my
wonder
ship
if the zealots
immediately.
were sent after her because they knew what kind of items they would have. Because it seems to me like she's more valuable than the
Aaron
zealots.
Bascom and
For
Jada
the,
Wong.
you know, their MI5,
They
whatever
were
they call
my
it.
friends, and I abandoned them. And in the years since, I have never looked for them.
Not a very good friend then. Or maybe they weren't good friends. Who knows? Survival crafting games for me, they're not games that I would go after, but if it falls into an interesting genre, maybe I would check them out. But I'm not a big fan of, waking up naked, punching trees for wood, and then having to craft you know, like wood to make a light bulb, craft a light bulb to make some underwear. You know, that kind of stuff doesn't really... I like crafting in a game, but I don't want it to be my main thing. Like Rust. I was interested in Rust because I love sandbox PvP, but I don't like the grind of Rust. I don't like having to, like... You got to grind that game, and you can't go AFK, you know? It's like you got to start on day one of the wipe. You got to grind for many hours to be safe enough to go, you know, to sleep for a
Awaiting
couple
the Great
hours.
Serpent's return, teach us patience. Seems it is much needed.
You're worried that they blame you for leaving. How long has it been?
10 years.
That's a long time.
I
She
was
pretty young.
immediately reassigned to
What about
another
you?
role,
What kind of crafting games are you
light years
into?
away.
The games I'm thinking about playing right now is Witchfire, because it's kind of like a first-person shooter. Dark Souls is how it was explained to me. I definitely want to play Space Marine 2, which is Warhammer 40k, because I've gotten into Warhammer 40k lore in the last, like, I don't know, year or two or three. I don't know. I don't have a PhD in it, but I like listening to the videos and stuff, and I've been waiting for a high-quality 40k game. I was also pumped for the Amazon TV show because they got the actor who plays Superman and Geralt of Rivia. I'm blanking on his name right now, but he's like a big nerd for that kind of stuff. And he was going to be the lead, you know, the showrunner. But now he's having arguments with Amazon.
Or are we done? I have no doubt.
Probably because
they were
Amazon wants
resourceful.
to get away from the lore, make it more modern.
How badly were their lives damaged by that moment?
Is that the one with
In my
kids
time
that are like
getting to
Honey,
know
I Shrunk the
you,
Kids?
I have thought more and more of all this.
So they're very
How
tiny.
little sense it all made. How
I played a demo
I
of
never
that
really knew
a couple
what
years ago,
happened
I think.
or what became of my
Like a year or two
friends.
ago.
My connection
It looks
to
really
you
good.
has reminded me what it means to trust someone,
Oh, yeah, that's its name, Grounded.
be there for them. And I can no longer live with
So
not
yeah,
knowing.
I don't know anything about
I need
Small
to
Land.
finally pursue this. I would like
We
you
can
with
look at
me
it,
when
though.
I do. I do not know what we will find, but I know it will be easier with you at my
So
side.
you've waited 10 years to do this, and then you had to wait for the main character to show up so we can go on the side quest for you. Or we're going to flirt. I would do anything for you, Andrasia. It's kind of a creepy thing to say right now. They've only known each other for a couple days or something.
Thank you. That is... I'm sorry. I am not used to someone being so considerate on my behalf.
I doubt it. You're a
am
highly
not sure
attractive
where
cartoon
they might
lady.
be now, but I believe we should begin the search in Aquila City. That is where I last saw Aaron Bascom.
All right, well, let's go do that. It'd be cool to get married before we finish this DLC. It is a $34.99 video game. Came out early last year. Small Land, Survive the Wilds. Review. Got a 75% on Metacritic. 9 out of 10 on Steam. That's pretty good. Doo-doo-doo. This guy's got dragonfly wings. So it's a fantasy survival game, looks like.
Back in 2018, I think it was.
Might as well take you with me. There we go.
And then it got changing hands, basically. Hey Ratbags, it's Jay. Today giving you my review of Small Land. It's finally hit 1.0 and it's come to console for the first time on Xbox and PlayStation. So what do I think? Well, this is a game I've followed for a number of years. Ever since it first got announced, like back in 2018.
Is it cross-platform? Can console players play with PC players?
The developers of the original concept sold the idea to Merge, and Merge actually started making it into a proper game. So I've been there every step.
So
of
you're
the
playing
way,
as like
and
a little
obviously when it went into
fairy
early
type creature.
access, I did plenty of guides and showcased the gameplay to you guys first. I've kept
That's
up to
why
date
it's
with
called
most
Small
of the
Land, I
updates
guess.
as well. And yeah, I'm here today to talk about the 1.0 update and whether or not I think it's a good game for consoles. Okay, so what is Smallland? It's a co-op survival crafting game for 1 to 10 players where you have to survive against a plethora of bugs and insects as you follow the story.
Yeah, I would say a snake would be a good fight for somebody this size.
Kind of emerge from the burrows.
It's a cool idea, but it's probably not a game I would play. Yeah. Because for me to invest the time to like learn all the crafting and stuff, it would have to have like a story, or it'd have to be like an MMO or something like that. I'm not really big on these, you know, like Sons of the Forest. My brother got me that game, and he and his buddies only played it for like 2 days. So by the time I downloaded it, they were already done with it. They're cool games, and I like watching. Like, I had a buddy who became big on YouTube playing Ark Survival, like really big. He would get a lot of views doing that game. And he did it for like 10 years, and now he's retired and sailing around the Gulf of Mexico with his wife. But I used to watch him play Ark. Yeah. Yeah. How many hours do you have in that? Got a lot of hours in that? Alright, Andreja, let's head to Aquila City. Let's get hitched, and then we'll fix all that stuff. Because I definitely want to see if there's any new conversations with her. The Red Devils of Mars. They got cool lore. Their eyes glow red because of Mars dust. I don't think that's scientifically accurate, but it's cool lore. You got 62 hours in Smallland? Nice. Do you got any buddies to play with?
These people claim to be independent, yet they still crowd together behind walls.
Yes, they do. But you know what else we need to do? We need to get the Razor Crest so we can modify it, make that our main ship. Then we'll have bounty hunters after us and bandits. It'll be fun. Hello, everyone. Hello. Really wish I could do like a 10% boost to land.
The UC can't be that bad, can it?
Oh yeah, I've got a
trade authorities.
Oh, you're missing your hands.
An
Huh?
independent hauler. This is what I've got at the moment.
The bug has returned. Don't need aluminum anymore. Don't need iron. We're getting ready for our love nest.
If we are to find, I keep.
I love how the game calls Andreja a container. Can I ask some questions about our journey to find your friend?
Yes, please.
What can you tell me about Aaron Baskolt?
He is a quiet man.
He is a dead man.
Reserved. I believe he had lived through a great many hardships, though he never spoke of them. I never felt it proper to ask. He valued his personal space and quiet moments. It was one thing we always shared in common. Years ago, I had heard he was alive, but did not attempt to contact him. I did not feel it was right. I hope this is not a mistake. House Varun is in a distant corner of space, far away from the rest of the settled systems. While this serves our interests, it can also pose challenges. Many critical resources are scarce, and diplomatic relations with the United Colonies and Freestar Collective were tense at the best of times. It was the most practical way to acquire what we need, without raising too many questions. Still is.
That's not very smart. The best way to, like, get a good relationship, especially after a war, is to become trade partners, man. You might get an unbalanced trade deal at the beginning if you're the more needy one, but it's still better than... Because, like, realistically, can smugglers bring in enough to supply an entire people and their planet? Oh. Alright, I'm done.
All right. If you have more questions, I shall do my best to answer them. I thought you might want this. I
do find it very cute that she gives us credits every couple days. It's pretty funny. All the companions have a different gift or type of gift they'll give you. Hers is the best because it's money.
Yes. He is not here. I am disappointed, but...
It's been 10 years.
Relieved, somehow?
Do you still go to the same restaurant you went to 10 years ago? It's not surprising you built this up in your head.
Yes, but now I feel guilty for being relieved. Ugh. Why must this all be so complicated? Someone here must know more. We should inquire about him.
Oh, man.
This bar may be tougher.
Are you missing your arms, too? No, her arms are good. I don't like Aggie.
Ethan handles all the orders.
Looking for Erin.
You ain't
Me?
here looking for Erin.
Sure I am.
She is.
Well, we both are.
Hello, Aggie. I was unsure whether you would remember me. It has been a long time.
I ain't likely to forget you anytime soon.
Okay, fine. We're looking for Erin.
I heard you ain't deaf.
Yeah, you're
She
just an
didn't
asshole.
ruin Aaron's life enough the first time, huh? Back for more?
Ruin his life? How dare you?
Did she tell you what she did to him? How she left him bleeding on some godforsaken rock in the middle of nowhere?
Spare me the Righteous Indignation Act. We're trying to make up for things. We just like to know. All right, let's do this one.
Ah, sure. You didn't have to look at him all this time.
Neither
Aaron
did
sat
you.
in that corner for years, scared of his own shadow, convinced the damn zealots were coming back to finish the job.
Well, you should have directed
The few
him towards a
credits he had to rub
therapist.
together that didn't get spent on drink, he spent on setting himself up someplace where they couldn't find him. Wouldn't trust anyone.
He didn't do a
that
very
walked
good
through the
job at
door.
that.
Only ever talked to me when he was drunk enough.
I'm sorry. No, let's just skip the sob story. Tell me where he is.
Ain't you just all kinds of compassionate?
Most times I am, but
Aaron ain't
I don't
been
like
here for
people with
almost
your
a
type
year
of
now.
personality.
Showed up one day saying he'd
They give
gone
me
and got himself
hives.
set up on Hyla too, thanking me for letting him stay here so often. It was the closest I'd seen him to happy in I don't know how long. And that was it. Never came through the door again.
Did he ever mention me?
You mean did he blame you? That's what you want to know. I know guilt when I see it. Don't try and deny it.
Fine. Did he blame me?
No. Believed you were one of the good ones, right up until the last time I talked to him. Me? I don't think your kind has good ones.
My kind?
I know what you are. You take your holier-than-thou bullshit and your great serpent and shove 'em.
You dare insult me like this when I have come to you asking for help. I should kill you where you stand.
We came for information and we got it. Let's go.
Fine. But perhaps I will return here at some point.
Well, this
She's
has
an
been
asshole,
so
but I don't
much
think she
fun.
deserves murder.
You see Aaron, you tell him I got a bottle of his favorite stashed away if he ever shows up again.
Sounds like Aaron needs
But
to stay
honestly,
sober.
I'm hoping he doesn't.
If there is something I can do, please say so. We have something to go on at least.
That we do.
I was surprised that you were so harsh to that woman. It seemed to work, though.
I was getting tired of hearing her talk. She's in no position to judge anyone.
True, but I have always worried about how responsible I am for what happened. Maybe I needed to hear it. I'm eager to reach Hyla too, and speak to Aaron. Perhaps there is something we can do to help him. Provide him a sense of safety.
There needs to be a Starborn response to this.
May you find favor in all things.
That's one of the weakest things with the stories is there's not enough
Might not
Starborn
be the
stuff.
biggest selection in town, but our liquor gets a job.
I don't even know why I'm doing this. I could just fast travel.
Say the word, and we shall be on our way.
Can I help?
What the hell happened there? Game bugged out on me. That's like a Star Citizen bug right there. Mantises? Mantises are cool. The helmet that your the character in that video was wearing, it looked like reminded me of a mantis.
Let's set it down.
Mantis are one of the few bugs that look cooler the more you zoom in on them. Most insects turn into fucking monsters once you get them under a microscope. But yeah, if they're still updating the game, then that's a really good game to play. What about Ark Survival with the dinosaurs? Were you ever into that one? Alright, it is... Man, it's 4 o'clock and it's that dark, huh? Now let's do 12, 13, 14, let's do like that many hours, see what that does. I like it to brighten up. I like to get a good eye on the planet. Did you ever play Rust? It's like a PvP version of that, survival. I'd like to find a good looter shooter that I could sink my teeth into. That Forever Winter looked interesting, but they say it's really poorly optimized. It's one of those early access games that'll probably be in early access for years. But they're charging, you know, retail for. Bum, 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 bum,
I just worried you are feeling.
Kind of like the teal one. Let's wear that.
Great deal of pressure. Leading Constellation through something so unprecedented. We should be on our guard. When we...
I'll let you do the talking.
Thank you. From what Aggie said, it sounds like he has been rather paranoid for years now.
It's not paranoia if it's accurate.
That, too, I fear, is my fault.
Oh yeah, see, you love those type of games. Nice.
Let us proceed slowly and carefully. I do not want to antagonize him. Something on your mind? I am happy to have... Stay safe.
But if you ever watch videos from Slipgator, he was a buddy of mine, like an online buddy.
Captain Venkman, it is.
Wakey, wakey. Do I have my void form, life force, personal atmosphere, sense star stuff? That is a lot of flipping Varun. I love how they come here after 10 years. Like, why would they attack after 10 years? That's crazy.
Your corpse shall feed the great serpent.
My jetpack was broken for a second there. Oh yeah, I gotta aim high. That was very annoying. They need to fix that. Bum, 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 bum.
Your demise has been ordained. You will know your judgment.
The only legendary weapons I've been getting are melee. You can like quick save right before they die, which is kind of nice.
I thought I saw something. I need to be sure.
This is a pretty cool planet.
I don't know what to say.
This is the grave of
There would be a
Aaron.
chance to speak to him. To make amends. Or at least to hear him curse me for leaving him. I was prepared to accept that. I did not think I would find him like this.
It's been
At
10
least
years,
this
man.
vermin didn't get him. He's been gone for... Well, clearly it's been some time. Look around. There will be correspondence from Jade Wong. I am sure of it.
That's one of their partners. Aaron, I know the last few years have been tough. I know you think we should just hide away from the world, but I can't do that. We lost so many good people, and the monsters that are responsible are still out there. Their fake serpent god won't punish them for what they did, but someone has to. So it's going to be me. I've joined the UC Vanguard. I love the Vanguard. I know you'd tell me that it's risky, what with our past, but it turns out it's not a problem. Remember how we used to joke about the Den being so lax about patrolling? Turns out that works for their background checks too. And now, when I find those zealots, I'll have the UC backing me up. They're not getting away. Once I've got my hands on them, we can find out if they've heard of this Tomasar Kadik that you mentioned. I'll send word when it's over. Normally when I do this, I'm UC Vanguard as well, but not this time. Nice.
I could not accomplish that.
Calibrated mag storm. That could be cool, actually. Nah, I don't think it does enough damage. And does shit damage. That's because the level of this planet's not good. Yeah, level 40. I think there's a mod that turns every planet into level 75, which is like the max.
You found something. Please, let me see it.
Will do.
I should have guessed. Jada was always the one to run towards trouble. Of course she would still be doing it now. In her own way.
If she went hunting zealots, what are the odds she's still alive? She must be pretty determined.
She has been for as long as I have known her. Jada was younger than some of the other smugglers we contracted.
You were pretty young too.
Concern she
Because
would
to me,
be
Andreja's like in her
unreliable.
30s, I don't know, like
As time
35.
went on, we called on
10
her
years
more
ago, she'd have
and
been
more
25.
often, eventually relying on her almost exclusively.
So if she was younger
She
than
was
that,
sharp,
she'd have been like
a
maybe an older
skilled pilot
teenager or
and very, very
early 20s.
determined. Always talking about her big plans for retirement. How she would live like a queen. I am not surprised that she would desire revenge. But to go this far, we need to find her.
Maybe she loved Aaron. Plus, she was
But
attacked
before
too.
we go, I've discovered something else.
Mm.
And I do not know what to make of it. Aaron was composing a reply to Jada, but never sent it. It reads as if he was expecting the Zealots to find him. That they knew where to look for him.
I think he said he'd been scared for years. Maybe that's all it is. But he built this place to hide from them. Think he knew something?
Clearly he had become paranoid, but that does not mean he was wrong.
Well, yeah.
What bothers me, though, is that he mentions a name he should not know. Tomisar Kadik.
So I guess he was worried they would come after him because he knew the name of their handler. Because Tomisar is like a, serpent, MI5, CIA type of guy. Well, it's certainly a name we don't know.
Nor should you.
Mm.
For all of my assignments
Vindicator of
in the
Varun, I
settled
should know all.
systems, Tomisar has been my link to House Barun. From him, I have received my orders, and he is the person to whom I have reported my success. He does not work with anyone outside House Barun, and I am the only one who knows how and where to find him. Aaron
After 10
should
years, you still
never
know
have
this?
heard of him.
But I guess she's still in contact with him, right? Because she's still technically working with him. But what she doesn't realize is, I guess he's the one that betrayed them, but 10 years ago. Let's go ask him what's up.
It is hardly that simple.
No, it's pretty simple.
We must first make sure that Jada is safe. And perhaps
No,
she
we
will
don't
be
need to
able
do that.
shed light on this.
Actually, we kind of
Let
do.
us head for the den.
Fine.
It seems to be where we left it.
Mm-hmm.
Something you need?
There's been 0 space combat in this DLC.
Nice clean dock, Captain.
Which I guess is kind of refreshing. I don't know. Most missions have some space combat to them. Hello.
Haven't seen you around here before.
You are quite the attractive
Welcome
cartoon.
to the den. Reina Marquez. I head up the Vanguard station here. If you've got business with the Vanguard, I hope you ran it through Mast first. If not, you probably made a long jump for nothing.
I'm looking for Yeda Huang.
Huang? Really? There are at least 3 other pilots based out of here I'd expect to receive complaints about first. Before we get started, I have to inform you there's a formal review process for the Vanguard, so don't expect any action for a while.
Vanguard's like a militia
Okay? Now,
slash
what
police
is the nature
force
of your
made
complaint?
from volunteers, so they're not trained very well. They're not trained at all, as far as I could tell. So yeah, you'd probably be getting a lot of complaints from Vanguard. I'm not here to complain. I just need to speak with her, please.
Oh. Okay. Sorry. Force of habit, I suppose. Jada isn't here. Hasn't been here in a while. In fact, she's following up on some sensitive information. I'm not sure I should disclose any more than that.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. But we'll persuade you with our civil tongue.
It's not something I can just blurt out.
Diplomacy.
I can see that.
There's no reason for us to have a problem, is there?
I'm glad you understand the position I'm in here.
How about a little bit of manipulation?
I think you may be right.
That's our force power.
I suppose it's not the end of the world. Jada
really
came in a
shouldn't.
bit ago, all fired up over some hot lead. She's been focused on zealots ever since she was assigned here, but this was
Why
a
aren't you
whole
all
other
focused
level.
on zealots? They're
She was
killing
headed out to
and
Groombridge to track them down.
doing all types
Never
of bad
seen her so
stuff.
Fixated.
That should be a
And
priority.
if you know Jada, that's saying something. If you're headed out that way, be careful. Wouldn't surprise me if she's getting into all kinds of trouble.
Good
Fly
day to you,
safe.
madam. Fly safe. There's not a whole lot you can do with that character.
Was there something you need? Yes, of course.
Got to keep some of that stuff for decoration.
Let me take a look at your file.
Get right on that. You're not gonna find anything. This system's got a cool name, Groombridge. All right.
Unidentified ship. You are not authorized to be here. State your business.
Hail.
Who the hell are you? And what are you doing here?
I am Vindicator Venkman. Nice to meet you.
You're what? You have got to be kidding me. You show up here now of all times? Shit. I've got multiple ships inbound. Too late to run. Sure hope you're prepared for a fight.
Oh yeah. Okay. I love how the zealots always show up right when we do.
Stranger is fried.
Get off me. We're busy.
If I had directed to their breath drives, you were due for one. The contents,
A little busy, Sarah.
enemies.
Enemy shield system has been damaged. Going anywhere for a while. So why don't
That
you
is
tell me
highly
what the hell you think
unlikely,
you're
but
doing,
if it
showing up here
happens, I will
now?
be sure and tell you.
Let's see. We wanted to check on you, make sure that you're okay.
We're talking, which means I'm alive. Which
Yeah.
means, as far as you're concerned, I'm fine.
I agree.
Look, my grav drive is fried. I need time to repair, if I can even manage it. You didn't take the opportunity to blow me up. So either that's not your goal, or you're playing some long game. You want to explain yourself? I can't stop you from coming over here. But I'm gonna be armed, and it's gonna be aimed at her head. Just so we're all clear.
Yeah. Everybody's got an attitude problem. You can kind of understand. I mean, we weren't in the fight. We don't know what was going on. But if Andrasia just kind of like ran away. But if you're a smuggler or a criminal in general and a superior force shows up to murder you, fucking run, man. Don't just sit there and be the last man standing. But we weren't there. We don't really know what the details are. Hello.
How can you possibly show your face?
I am glad to see that you are safe.
You invited
Jada.
us. And we just saved your life.
I am sorry if this is difficult for you.
Difficult? Are you serious right now? You set us up, killed my friends, and then a decade later you show up like nothing happened? Have you lost your mind?
Set you up? I was not behind that. It was zealots, you know that. We were all attacked.
Don't bullshit me. Not now. And who the hell are you? Her backup dancer?
Vindicator Venkman. Good to meet you. We're just here to talk.
Yeah? Well, we're talking.
Yeah, we are.
How do you think that's going so far?
Pretty well.
What are you doing here with her? You don't look like Varun to me.
Actually, you hate zealots, we hate zealots. Thought we could help each other out.
Yeah. Difference is, though, I haven't been working with them. She has.
No?
I would never.
You know, for a while I
gotta
told
figure
myself
that
it was a
fucking
coincidence.
invisible hand
that you
bug.
disappeared once the shooting started. That you were long gone when the dust settled.
It's probably one of the clothing
Told
mods.
myself, no, it couldn't possibly be her. Not after all those years we spent working together.
Or just straight up a
We're
DLC bug,
friends.
I don't know.
So I went after the Zealots. And then I found out the truth. Your damned High Council. They knew. Told the Zealots where to find us.
That's not true. That cannot be true.
Why would they burn their own agent,
Oh,
though,
it
for
is.
something so stupid?
How?
I don't
How
think they
do
tell
you
us
know
what the
this?
cargo was, though.
If you have proof, I need to see it right now.
You don't get to demand anything of me, Andreja. I know what I've seen.
If you're so sure of this, then let's see the proof. Convince us.
I don't have. It doesn't work like that. I put things together
What, evidence?
over the years.
Vanguard doesn't like
Slates,
evidence?
Communications, interrogations.
Well, it sounds like evidence.
Give me a name. You must have heard one by now.
Tomasar Kadik. That's the bastard from the High Council who's been helping the Zealots.
And did you hear this from Aaron?
Aaron? What? No. I haven't talked to him in a year.
Seems like a coincidence that both
What do
her
you know
and Aaron
about it?
have found out what the name was.
I swear on the serpent
Guess they're
himself,
really good smugglers.
I would never betray you.
Up until they were attacked.
I need time to make this right. Can we go somewhere and talk?
I am not giving up on this. I've tracked them this far, and I'm going to see this through. You want your proof? Well, they have it.
So, you think you've won, do you?
That's him! That's the bastard responsible for the ambush! If you're not lying to me, then you better help me take him down.
Will do, madam.
I have to destroy you both! Just waltzing in here like nothing ever happened.
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable.
I smile today in the knowledge that the Great Serpent has truly blessed my ship and my crew. Why else would he have
Pressure
delivered
normalizing.
the
Undocking
dregs
complete.
of our purge years ago?
You
The
tagged their
awful
grav
that
drive.
escaped our righteous justice.
Good fight.
Your pathetic high
How are you even talking to me, sir?
who betrayed the charge
Guess his cockpit
laid
is still
upon them
together.
by the Great Serpent gave you over to us to atone for their sins. It always irks me that you escaped the fate you deserved. But now, the Serpent sets my mind at ease, and in his name, I will cleanse your filth from this universe.
Alright, I think the ghost is done talking. I don't think we can talk to her anymore. We're missing a conversation, though. I think we have to talk to Andreja.
We have a clean dock, right on the money. I'm listening.
Alright, you. Let's have a little chitty chat.
I do not understand.
It's pretty simple.
It cannot be possible that the High Council would betray us like that. He must have been lying.
Look at the size of those screws over there, Phillips head screws. They're bigger than Andreja's eyeballs. He seemed pretty sure of himself.
Zealots have interpreted the teachings of Jinan Varun in the most hostile way possible. and are convinced they are the only true followers of the Great Serpent. They have always been certain in their beliefs and actions. Does not make them correct. Something about this does
Yeah, I think
does
you're both
not
wrong.
feel right. This message. The code at the bottom. I have seen this before. I know where we need to go. I must explain. House Baroon values secrecy above nearly all else. Those of us sent out into the settled systems.
You would think if she was a
cannot
deep
return.
agent, spy, you know, / whatever, that she would have learned to change her accent from a Varun accent. It was like so obvious that she was Varun, right? All right, lucky for us that I've been there and know the way.
When agents are assigned a mission, we are taken to a point outside of House Baroon's domain. We do not jump ourselves. We are never given the coordinates for Varun Kai, so that we can never be forced to reveal them.
I know the
Only
coordinates.
A select few are ever trusted with that knowledge. I was never supposed to be able to reach home on my own.
Yeah, you see, this whole conversation needed to be revamped when the DLC came out. Sounds to me like you're being used.
It has been deemed necessary for the protection of House Baroon. And for generations, it has worked. Who am I to question it? But there is something I can do.
Free living
If the
sapient
Council is
species who
complicit,
has their
it
own
would be
agency.
foolish to confront them. But I
I can
not
never
think
join
that is
something
the
like that.
truth.
Some kind of intelligence service
And
where
there
it's
is
like,
one other place I can get answers.
yeah, you're supposed to
But
sacrifice so much for what I would consider
potentially
small
putting you
gains,
in
if any
danger.
gains.
I cannot say for certain.
Kind of have to be a true believer to do stuff like that. All right, I signed on for this no matter what. I didn't have anything else to do today anyway. Girls like
You
a good
do
little joke.
enjoy deflecting situations with humor, don't you?
Got me through middle school.
There is an old derelict star station where I may get answers. I know that seems...
You know, I know a guy. I know the leader of House Varun.
It will
I can
become
go-
clear.
We can just skip all of this
when
and
we
go right
arrive.
to the top. I'm Vindicator Vankman, for God's sakes. Yeah, we're not going to be able to do that, are we? All right, ladies and germs, we are going to go do... Man, that'd be tough to cross your legs in that. All right, I'm going to do a quick beer. All right, let's jump back into it. Oh, nothing right now, madam. Maybe later. I don't think we're going to... I don't know if I'm going to do a full playthrough. Other than the DLC, I've done, you know, everything many, many times. The only reason I'm even trying to like marry Andreja is just to see if there's different conversations we can have. It's a pretty big game if you do everything. Fucking snarky Sarah. She's definitely our cheerleader, that's for sure. How's it going, Vasco? Shaders are all jacked up on this clothing. I do have a flashlight mod that makes it more like a real life flashlight and not like a dim, shitty flashlight from like 1840. Need some pest control in this place. Andrasia. We're Starborn. We're a vindicator of the Varun. This is like my 20th universe that I can remember being in. I think we'll be all right. I'll decide when hostility is necessary. Okay, I trust you. When you're trying to romance a lady, sometimes you just got to let them do their thing. Or even when you're not trying to romance them. It's one thing you learn the older you get, man, is a lot of times women are not looking for you to fix their problem. They just want you to listen. Which can be painful for men. This conversation has been bugged since the beginning. Yeah, there should be a whole conversation going on there, but it just doesn't work. Yeah, why? I don't think they tell you why. Also, Vindicator of the Varun. You want to talk about that? I've been helping your bosses try to save your planet. I'm just here for the fireworks, pal. Not really. We are House Varun. She looks ready to kill you. You think you can just keep lying? Question mark. She's about to kill you, dude. Let her. She's her own woman. I literally just came back from House Varun. I can't bring that up. Can't believe they didn't tweak that conversation. It's true, I've been to the Kenvik system. It can go back anytime I feel like. Oh, that's new. Nice. When's the last time you spoke to anyone in Dazra? I guess you didn't get the memo. I'm promised now. Nice. That's cool. No. I'm a vindicator. Nice. Good job, Bethesda. Wonder if there's any conversations we can have in Dazra. Not really, no. We're definitely killing them. I want to see what if it does anything. Yeah, probably. If you do this, there are consequences. No one else needs to die. Isn't there some other way? No. Go ahead, do this. You always seem to care. Well, let's see, that doesn't fit anymore. It must be a Herculean task to try to get these conversations to make sense, depending on what the player's done. Many thousands of lines. Give your friends the vengeance they deserve. It's not worth it. Yeah, go ahead, vengeance. Give him the business. Guess they don't believe in hell. That's a big-ass gun. Give him the business. Do I have to talk to you to give him the business? Nope, she's very busy. Oh, the gun broke. What are you gonna do? It was less dramatic than I thought it was going to be, but yeah. Killing someone who deserves it always does. I hope you haven't sacrificed too much. You may never find your way. Nope, that doesn't make sense anymore.
We should leave this place.
Thanks for that.
Can we
swear I
return to the
unmuted
lodge?
that. Gotta remember to do that when I go AFK. I have to do that because I can't separate your like text-to-speech stuff. I can separate it, but then I can't hear it. And that's kind of the whole point of a lot of audio alerts, is so I can hear it. Really stupid. Well, I guess we're not going to get that on VOD. Well, yeah, whatever. That's okay. People don't really watch Let's Plays anymore unless it's live. I don't think I've ever looked around this place. I think I did once before I knew what mission was here. I ran around just collecting garbage.
Captain Venkman, do you require my assistance?
Not at this time, Vasco. Not at this time. Keep forgetting to eat my groat pie for the XP buff. Alright, let's go to the lodge.
intercept there. Navigational feedback checks out. We're in the right place. How are you easing into things, Andreja? Is our mutual acquaintance helping with the transition to this new way of life for you? And
Yes,
you didn't even
I
scratch the
would say
paint.
that the proper adjustments are being made. The most difficult part has been acclimating to what you perceive as the more insignificant customs.
Interesting. Such as?
Let me think. Oh, yes. Here's a particularly strange one. After a person sneezes, someone invariably invokes the phrase, "bless you." Oddly strange to administer absolution after witnessing a bodily function.
Oh, I'm sure there was a perfectly good reason that expression was connected to sneezing, but I'm afraid it's lost to time.
That is a shame. I would like to have understood the specific etymology of those words.
Ah, well, I don't think that's necessary, Andreja. It's enough to know that being courteous to others is the right thing to do. Yeah?
I've always heard it's because your heart is supposed to skip a beat or something. And so you're having like a small mini death every time you sneeze, but I don't think that's accurate.
Station is
But
but
I
a
do
shadow
think that
of
that's
its
where it's
former
from.
purpose. I do not like it here.
But these people are living like 300 years in the future, so
Hello.
a lot of things have
Was
been
there
lost to
something
time.
you... Certainly.
Bum, 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 bum. This guy doesn't have a lot of money. Let's try to buy some stuff, I guess. Doesn't have any of that. I don't need any of this other shit. Well, guess if we get the pirate weapon, we'll need that stuff. I think it's that stuff. Buy a bunch of that. Alright, let's do some waiting
It's
here.
a little surprising, isn't it? Out here on the edge of UC space. But it's just so quiet.
You know what's weird is that journalist, there's no quest I've ever found that really connects to him that I know of. Maybe there is. Because I've done all the journalist missions, I believe. But I've never watched a guide or anything on everything. I know I got all the trophies. So, who knows? Who knows? I don't know what time the hurricane's supposed to hit us on Wednesday, but I'll try to stream before it hits and we lose power. I may be taking a nap though. I don't know. Because I like to stay awake during the hurricane in case something horrific happens. I think I have to wait 48 hours, which makes waiting here really annoying.
I really did think this place would see
Good to see
more
you.
action.
Certainly.
Yeah, 48 hours. The best way to wait is to go to a planet to where a day lasts a really long time, and then one day will pretty much reset the entire map. I think Venus. And the Sol System's a good one. Just put down a little sleeping bag. I was thinking about making some of my own splash screens too for stream. I should do that. I think it's pretty simple nowadays. but I want some visualizations as well. We'll figure it out.
How may the trade... If there's anything I can do, I hope we have what you need.
All right. Perfect.
This is UC Security. Prepare to be scanned for contraband. And complete. Enjoy your stay and...
I don't think I've ever been to the Ark. Been to London, Egypt, some other places, but I don't think I've ever been to the Ark. You gotta like find some kind of item that'll lead you there. You can't just go there. Also, Earth makes no sense. It just looks like a flat desert no matter where you go. I can understand it being a desert.
To be back.
Other universes might exist.
Let's take a quick nap. I think she RP walks all the way here. Ooh, what's that? Oh yeah, I forgot about that thing. Let's grab that thing. What else is in here?
About time you were.
Have a little
The
snack.
others told me what you are. And how much of what you said has come to pass.
Is it sexy time? I like how she has like a modern angled bed, less luxury. Yeah.
Thank you for coming back here with me. I fear that after all that has happened, everything going on in Dazra, I am unsure of my place in House Va'ruun. This room may be the only place I can truly call home anymore.
Look at her face. This really does look like she's about to cry. Alright, the Lodge will always be here. We all will. Don't jump to conclusions. Whatever happens next, we'll face it together. Yeah, go that one.
Yes. I know that I am not completely alone. And that offers some comfort. But it is more complicated than that. I have killed the man who was supposed to be my contact with House Va'ruun. What if I do not have
I'll
a
be your
chance to
contact with
explain?
House Va'ruun.
What if I am branded a traitor?
You know in your heart that you did the right thing. He deserved to die for what he'd done. You've got us. You don't need House Va'ruun. You know in your heart you did the right thing.
Yes. But the consequences go far beyond his life. I do not know how to live without some connection to House Va'ruun. The Great Serpent has always been a guiding force in my life. The force that drives all that I do. What if I have lost that?
Your connection to the Great Serpent was never through Tomasar. If House abandons you, they're making a huge mistake. Just forget about this. Put the past behind you. Let's go with that one.
Yes, that is true. Whatever else has happened or will happen, the Great Serpent still holds a purpose for me. You have been by my side through all of this. The most
Quite a bit of it,
turbulent
yeah.
time in my life. And you have supported me, faithfully. I have never been able to count on any single person the way I have with you. If I am repeating myself, you will have to forgive me. I cannot overstate what it means to me.
Let's go ahead and romance that. I'll always be there for you. I love you.
Well,
the romance is so melodramatic in this.
I am sorry. I need
cringy.
a moment. I admit
That's
this
all right.
is a surprise.
It's a space opera.
I did not quite realize you felt this way about me. But if you mean it, my feelings are not so different from yours.
Nice. Alright. I'm all yours as long as you want me.
Then truly nothing can stop us.
Nothing's going to stop us
We will
anyway.
be a force to be reckoned with.
Amen, sister.
You have brought a joy to my life that I could not have imagined and could never have expected. With you at my side, love, I look forward to everything that comes next.
Alright, I think we're lovey-dovey now, right? I like how I still can't sleep in her bed. Boop. Alright, we're back to the DLC. Let's take a nap. Consummate our future nuptials. Yeah, sexy time. Definitely need to mod that a little. Yeah, there we go.
Last night was
Perfect. I do love their
hope
little
to,
comments
learn
afterwards.
more next time.
Yeah, I don't even know if she was a virgin. I doubt that she's a virgin, because I do believe she's in her 30s, but I think her time in the romance has been limited. Alright, let's head back to Varungai. Doo-doo. And hopefully she's following us, because we had a bug to where she was not following us. Now that we're married, we can kind of go solo, though. Alright. Oop. Let the shaders load in.
Victor Vital executed.
What's happening here?
Do not move. You have committed a grave offense, citizen.
I am sorry, please, have mercy.
I've never seen this
I
before.
am starving. I cannot sleep. I cannot think due to my hunger.
You are not the only one suffering. Your actions have deprived another of precious food. You will await your punishment at the security center. Come along.
No, no, please.
Move!
Will I ever see my family again?
Depends. We don't really know what they do with their criminals here. Strikes me as a pretty harsh society. Not as harsh as they made him out to be. But that's because our only interaction with Varun were with Zealots and then Andrasia. Greetings. We have entered the sealed citadel for the first time. Ooh, somebody to talk with. Nice. Shadow House. Chapter 1 in prayer. Dazra, the shrouding. Yep. Groats. considered by some experts. So this is a novel by Sharak of Arun. Are you?
You're really here.
Yep.
Oh, I feared what I saw. That connection we made was yet another vision.
I'm sorry, I have a girlfriend.
This is real, is it not?
We can be friends, though.
I knew the serpent would deliver me from this nightmare, that there must be some way out. Every time I have attempted to leave this place, I find myself lost, wandering, unable to see.
I have dreams like that.
There is nothing out there.
Where you're supposed to know where you're going,
Tell me,
you don't.
What of Dazra? The people of House Varun?
It's in pretty rough shape.
I have had terrible visions, a dreadful sense of loss.
Most of the city is gone. Whatever you did here has ruined everything. Don't worry about it right now. Overpopulation won't be a problem for a long time, maybe ever. Most of the city is gone.
I had hoped what I saw was only some terrible nightmare.
Do you have any orphans in here?
But I knew it to be true.
We're on the lookout for some.
You
missing.
Must believe me. We meant none of this. All of the research, the calculations. We thought we could contain it.
We should have done it on a fucking
I only ever wanted
empty
to
planet
help,
or in space.
To improve, to elevate House Varun.
You can ask for forgiveness once we get out of here. Let's focus on... yeah, let's do that.
You do not understand. We cannot simply leave. The chain reaction that started, it is self-sustaining. We tried everything. We had hoped we could complete the experiment, but then the vortex interlock burned out. You have one, don't you? I can feel the power from here.
I think I have two, don't I?
Then the serpent truly has sent you to us. I wish I could guarantee your safety, but I am graced by the serpent and have retained my faculties. So many of my people were not as fortunate. You will have no choice but to deal with them. The reactor level is below us. Bring the interlock there. We will need it if we wish to see this through.
Okay. Boss fight time. Ooh, they got fish. No fish. I would like to see you use that weapon, Andreja. I've yet to see you use it, even when you killed that scumbag. Ow, that was very painful. Stop that. It's very mean.
There you are.
Aleaxi free.
Is that the best you can do?
Probably not. Can you not use that weapon? Is that what the problem is? I don't know. We'll see what happens. We've got the Speaker's Hall. That ain't good. Get off me! That dude's fucking... He had something that stuck me in place. Oh, it's that thing. There we go. Yeah, she has not fired that weapon. Andreja, fire your weapon, madam. Over there. Go shoot those people. I wish I could command her to like move and all that kind of stuff.
You're not walking out of here.
Yeah, see, I don't know if the visual of the weapon is bugged or if she's just not firing at them. Yeah, the visual's broken. I think she is shooting at him though.
You cannot evade me.
Whee! I am the speaker now. Alright, got some scripture.
I beheld a great serpent, coiled at the heart of all creation. His form was beyond grasp. Behind his eyes burns the fire of 1 billion suns.
I love the RP walk.
His voice thundered through the cosmos. You are of me. And there, outside of space and time, I was shown that we, all of us, are
If it helps, I can pretend I did not see that.
For now he slumbers in the beyond, but soon he returns. We, the promised, are called upon to prepare the way.
Alright, it shot that time. Alright, you.
Credit for your thought. I am always willing to carry an extra weapon. Or 2. Or 3.
Woman after my own heart. Bum, bum, bum. That takes heavy fuse. Do you have a heavy particle fuse? Yeah. Alright, let's give her a inflictor. And then let's try that. Oop. So actually, no, let's just do inflictor. I know she'll at least use that. Let's flirt. Can I tell you something?
I know that tone. Very well.
Silver tongue devil. We're gonna say you have the most beautiful eyes. I get so lost in them.
Thank you, dearest.
They are pretty. Everybody's eyes are pretty.
You are not so bad yourself.
What? That's the best you could do.
Until our next talk.
Whee! Alright, let's see anything else in here. Let's get a selfie. Come stand up here with me, Andreja. Selfie time. That's pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. Whoop. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, bum. Yeah, this will work, I guess. Yep. All right. Memories in the corner of your eye. Bum, 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 bum. At least they painted their lockers a different color. Different is good.
Some unlocked that for a reason. Let us see what it is.
Yeah, she's a bit of a sneak thief. We're heading to the research level.
Security lockdown.
That's pretty cool.
You dare challenge me? Now we are having fun.
Where's the robots are the same that we have in the settled systems?
Don't you mean the research nipple Lyran's S-Mug?
Yeah, that's exactly what I needed. Security control system. Override lockdown. Notice priority. Effective immediately. Transfers. Pinnacle project have been approved. All schematics and data for the Vortex interlock device have been transferred to the Citadel database. Samples delivered by the speaker. Capital S. So the speaker's the bad guy, right? He sounded like the bad guy in that VO we were getting. Whoop.
Never stood a chance.
What's happening over here? Get off my friend.
Are shutting down. This unit can no longer serve House Va'ruun.
May the serpent bless you. We'll definitely do a hydrate for you there, Double D. Gotta keep the lips soft. When I first started streaming, I'd get so dehydrated. Don't make that mistake anymore. Override lockdown, please. Thank you. Critical error. Urgent. Settings. Yeah, please report. Okay. Is this... Oh, this is a Groat stuck between dimensions. He grunts at us. At least he's got food. Can you eat? I really want to take this Vortex Groat onto my crew. Can I take you with me? Be free, Groat. Be free. Good luck out there.
Winner takes all is the phrase, is it not?
Winners takes it all. Loser takes the fall.
Repair damage detected evidence of House Va'ruun initiated combat. Catastrophic damage. Transferring data to black box.
That's cool. That's a new combo.
One less target. We have scared them off, it seems.
No, we destroyed them. Ooh, demoralizing mag pulse rival. It's got Space Adept. Space Adept is on every flippin' legendary we're finding, which is like, it's worse than not good. It's horrible. It makes the weapon bad. Override lockdown. Minor variances, fail-safe systems. Okay. Alright, took care of that. Perfect.
Override. Lockdown.
Nice. Wow. Wow.
Processors failing. Critical system damage. Please.
Never mess with the Starborn with a boomstick. What the hell's the name of Big Bang? That's what we call it. Big Bang. I don't think I've ever seen her shoot at cameras before. They should shoot at cameras. Sounds like you guys have rats.
As I said, a new vortex interlock is needed.
Yeah.
The reactor must be stabilized before we can proceed.
Will things go back to normal after we do this?
Not by itself. But the experiment at the pinnacle cannot be completed until the power is stabilized. Once it is done, then we can finish what we began and set everything as it should be.
What went wrong?
I could not say for certain. When this is all behind us, we will need time to review the data and prevent it from happening again. There is no question that the failure of our vortex interlock caused much of the instability. Beyond that, I would need
I think
to
it was
consult with our
sabotage.
scientists.
Sabotage by the speaker.
I'm afraid that many of them have been lost.
Well, I've killed dozens of them. Probably killed over 100 if I'm being honest. Alright, Inesco. See you in a bit. Wish me luck.
We did not anticipate that we might have erred in our recreation of the vortex interlock, or that we could overload it.
Oh, didn't see it. The blue dot was camouflaged. Yeah, the silicon breast. We got 2 silicon breasts, but it looks like we only needed the one. Selfie time.
Hello, excellent.
Hello.
I look forward to our
Me too.
discussion.
Photo mode. Nice. Perfect. All right, let's do hands on hips. Let's do a wave. Nah. What's up? Devotion, obedience, perseverance, strength, strength and honor. Perfect. Saturate. Enhance, saturate. Contrast. This is fun. Boop. Into a starveil. Perfect. Bloop. We've got a returning hero. We have got MS Warlord. Dun, 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 dun. Hail and welcome back, MS Warlord. How you doing, brother man? Good morning to you. Good morning. Morning Kung Fu session looks awesome. Yeah, it's a cool game. It's a little underwhelming. We were expecting a lot more, but you know, it's right up my alley. Space exploration, combat, all that stuff. The story's it's okay. It's got issues, but it's, you know, any story that's as big as this can have issues. It takes a lot of work. They cut a lot of corners though when they made this game. How are you doing this fine Sunday morning, sir? I've got a hurricane coming at me, MS Warlord. Another one. It's the worst part about living in Florida is them fucking hurricanes, man. I enjoy watching you play this. Been lurking on you playing this many times. Oh, nice. Yeah. Right now it's Tropical Storm, but it's coming right at us. The last one I was happy that it missed us, but then the damage that it did up in the Appalachians was really bad because they're not used to getting hurricanes. I don't even know if they got hurricane force winds, but tropical storm winds was enough to rip the trees out of the ground and they'd land on people's houses. There's a guy I watch on YouTube. His house got bisected by a big old tree. I guess he lives in the Carolinas somewhere. And then the flooding, of course. I only ever went through a Hurricane Floyd and would never ever do it again. Yeah, the hurricanes themselves aren't really an issue. At least for us, you know, in Orlando. Because even when we get hit by big ones, you know, usually the winds are sustainable once they hit us. But once you start getting like sustained 100-mile-an-hour plus winds, it gets spooky. Spooky, spooky. The worst for us was like 2004. We got hit by Charlie, which effed us up, and then 3 more hit us. We lost power for like 2-3 weeks. Which sucks because I lose water when I lose power. Alright. Did we save the world?
Finally, it is time.
Okay. I feel like you're a bad guy.
See what you have helped to save.
Something evil, probably. Prototype equipment, nice. Sweet. Alright, so all these people are stuck. Yeah, so you're doing an evil experiment. We knew that. Yeah, hurricanes can be scary, especially if you're on the coast. On the coast, they're horrific. Like, I would never buy a house on the coast in Florida. There's just no way in hell. Storm surge, that's what kills. Like, when you hear about people dying, it's the storm surge, which is basically flooding from the ocean. But, you know, we're, I don't know, 60, 70, 80 miles from the coast. Nah, we're like 100-something miles from the coast. What am I thinking?
With all that has gone wrong, all we have sacrificed, I confess I had lost hope. I grew up hearing stories of my grandfather's communion with the Great Serpent, the immense responsibility he was given to create and guide House Varun. By the time I became Speaker and inherited that responsibility...
Oh, he's the Speaker. He's the bad guy.
So much had changed. The once proud glory of House Varun was diminished. We had lost our way, and I alone could not discern a path forward. I required the Great Serpent's guidance once more. So, I set out to find him.
This is basically the story of Babel, like the Tower of Babel in the Bible. It's very much like that, except these people have the technology to find their god, and their god's probably a real thing. It's probably a Starborn. It's a little arrogant to think you could just demand an audience with a Great Serpent. It doesn't seem to have worked. All of this was just to contact the Great Serpent.
If the fate of your entire people was in your hands, would you do any less?
Yeah, I'd work on infrastructure and get that dam working. I'd bring in food so we were like self-sustaining, and I would also open up trade with the UC and the Free Star Collective. That's what I would have done. Looks like you went a different way, sir. Doesn't seem to have worked.
At first, I thought so too, and I despaired. I learned.
Yeah, it's a fun, interesting little sci-fi story.
Something similar.
It's very melodramatic, of course.
The idea that he, too, sought additional instruction from the Serpent. And over time, I began to see that the Great Serpent had indeed left a path for me, hidden amongst the experimental failures and setbacks. This vortex, the place between places, and the energy it holds, could be harnessed, refined, directed.
None of this looks very directed. You think your god intended for you to destroy your city? I don't see what this has to do with contacting the Great Serpent.
No. An unfortunate consequence of simple beings grappling with divine power. A mistake that will not be repeated, I assure you. Utilizing the vortex energy, we have learned that we can create powerful warriors, capable of teleporting vast distances in an instant.
I wonder how vast.
The brave volunteers in this room await the chance to be the first wave of soldiers, loyal to the Great Serpent and our cause. House Va'ruun can project force on a scale unimaginable in the history of the human race.
Always
Now
conquest.
Va'ruun's mandate can be fulfilled. The Serpent's crusade can begin anew. Despite all that has happened, their life support system has remained stable. Just one more sign from the Great Serpent that we are following his will. And now, the glorious honor falls.
Bit of a chatty Cathy, this evildoer.
Activate the pods. Carry out the Serpent's will. And begin House Va'ruun's triumph.
We won't be doing that. Oh, we should do a hard save here. It gives us options. It's nice. Alright, let's do a hard save right here. Alright, so what do we got here? Intercom. Or Crusade Protocol. We won't be doing that, no. What's the other one? Terminate pod life support. Ooh, that's a good one. Actually, can I save these people, or are they just like permanently effed?
Please.
You really
I
want
have
to
waited so long for this. Just activate the pods.
You really want to restart the Serpent's Crusade, wage war on the settled systems.
What other choice
You know, I was
do we
born in the
have?
UC, right?
The heathens and heretics loathe our very existence all.
That's because you keep murdering them on
Why
sight.
not be what they expect? By finishing what Jinan Va'ruun started, we fulfill our duty to prepare the way for the Great Serpent. And none will ever again dare mock or belittle us.
Kind of calling to some modern politics currently. Fucking, that's pretty spooky. You'll throw away years of peace.
Peace? You think House Va'ruun has known peace?
Yeah.
We suffer each and every day. This will restore the balance.
It's kind of on you, though, right? What exactly happens if I activate these pods?
You yourself must have encountered the Phantoms in Maleen Dam.
Killed
you know how formidable,
a couple
yet
hundred of them,
limited
at least.
their abilities were. The Va'ruun soldiers suspended within these pods are an improvement on all of that prior work. Activate the system, and they will be suffused with vortex energy, making them nearly invulnerable, giving them almost unlimited engagement range. They will be proof that House Va'ruun's ascent to glory has begun. None will be able to deny it.
Why do we have to be the ones to do this?
Well, surely you can see that I am unable, or else I would have done it by now. And I think it fitting that the Great Serpent has led you this far, to now allow you to be the one to restore House Va'ruun to greatness.
Not very convincing, is he? Good day to you, sir. Good day. What is that? Nice. Where'd it go? Whoop. Alright, I don't want to kill these people. I'd like to save them, but we're going to have to shut this down. It's the only option they're giving us. Confirm. Confront Enesco. Alright. Well, that was fun. Oh,
You've killed them all!
doing my duty.
You think you can override the will of the Great Serpent?
Mm-hmm.
You pledged yourself to House Va'ruun, but you are like all the rest.
You're kind of going against House Va'ruun, sir.
Short of sight, a betrayer.
He's like most egomaniacs.
And in the end, you have changed nothing. There will always be one more willing to serve, and once I have restored the Citadel, I will find them and send them out into the settled systems.
Not on my watch, sir. Not on my watch.
Zealots! Of course they would attempt to poison this, as they do all things. They will not stop me. The work will be completed now. Come then, all of you. Ascend the Citadel, or squabble amongst yourselves. I will await you at the pinnacle.
Yeah, you would think the Zealots would be in for this, right? Alright, so now we gotta fight a battalion of Zealots, as you do. Would be interesting to see what the other option does, though. Like, what it would actually do to New Atlantis. And
there
all
are
that.
few things as exhilarating. We live to see another day.
That we do, madam. That we do. Maybe in the next universe we'll side with this weirdo, but not in this one.
Forward! Reclaim the Citadel!
Greetings! 'Tis I, the Vindicator of Varun. You may not know this, but we are also Starborn. We're a bit godlike, to be honest with you. This isn't even a fair fight. Whee! Are they fighting the Zealots? Kinda hard to tell. Let's take some cover and see if they actually fight each other. Aha! Can't see me. I'm sneaky, sneaky. This is pretty cool. Game's not running very well right now, but what are you gonna do? Boop, boop. Let's slow this down a little bit. You guys are pretty tough, but you're no Starborn. That's for sure. There's a lot of them, though. I'll give them that. Greetings. Woeful Vortex Phantom. Yeah, I don't see why one of these guys couldn't have flipped the same switches that we flipped. They didn't have that thing, but they could have went and got that thing. I'll be with you in one moment. Man, there's a lot of these guys here. I do love hitting them when they're trying to teleport. That's fun.
There was no other way for it to win.
You tell him, Andrasia. Andrasia is our new girlfriend. But we've been married to her many times before. Hey, get off me. I really don't like them things. They teleport you, but they mess up your visual. Oh, that's a cool statue. Yeah, I like this building. It's got some flavor to it. Hello. Ghost just tried to butt stock me.
Good one.
I feel bad for all these guys, especially if they're not doing this of their own free will. But if they are doing it on their own free will, they can kick rocks.
We cannot save the Citadel.
What's that? What were you saying about the Citadel?
Yes? You need something?
Nope.
May the serpent guard you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this is cool. I think it was yesterday you were on a rocky planet blasting nasty creatures and exploring. Yeah. I don't know if I streamed yesterday. It might have been the day before, but yeah. The game's got a lot of that. There's 1,000 planets. Most of them are just procedurally generated. But the animals are super cool. Triumphant Wolf 359. Oh, cool. This is like their museum. Behold, relics of the den. A station of the accursed above Wolf 359. What was the name of that battle in Star Trek? Wasn't that Wolf 359? Wolf 359. Yeah, it was. So this is a callback to Star Trek. How cool is that? Yeah, it's like a, if you're not a Star Trek person, it's like a very important battle. Wolf 359 is a radio drama in the tradition of the golden age of radio shows. Ooh, I want to listen to that. But Wolf 359 is also a real place, you know. But in this game, I guess Wolf 359 is where we go to deal with the Den, which is a space station trade hub. Super cool. Yeah, I think you would love this game. Warlord. Yeah, we got that. Destroyed by the most... Yeah, because they destroyed the original Den and then they had to rebuild it after the Serpent's Crusade, which happened like 100 years ago, give or take. Have you found the Botany Bay? Botany Bay. You mean Booty Bay? The Botany Bay was another episode of Star Trek. Or something. I was just watching something that talked about Botany Bay. What was that from? Oh, I know what it was. It was 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, right? Or Botany Bay... Sci-fi. Expanded universe. Botany Bay was a human spacecraft launched in 1996. Oh, Botany Bay was... that's what it was, because I watched like the first 10 minutes of Wrath of Khan. And that was the name of their ship, was the the USS Botany Bay. And Botany Bay was a real place in Australia where they shipped a bunch of prisoners. Back in like the 1800s. Like most Australians are from those people. That's why they got to keep an eye on Australians. They've got that criminal blood. There is sort of a Botany Bay in this, but it's on a planet. And it's got a bunch of historical figures on it, which is one of the more interesting side quests. I won't go into too many spoilers, but it's really cool. Yeah, it's funny that you brought up because I literally like 3-4 days ago watched like the first 10 minutes of Wrath of Khan. I was gonna watch the whole thing, but I fell asleep. I was in bed, doing it on my iPad. I love that movie. It holds up well. I watched that movie for years as a kid, and I never knew in the original series, Khan was a part of it in like was it second season or whatever? So I didn't watch the original episode, until I was probably an adult or close to an adult. Oh, they got a mech. Is this a Varun mech? They really need to introduce mechs in this game. In their desperation, the accursed built ever greater machines of war, yet these false idols cannot hope to withstand the might of the great serpent and his promised. I do believe you guys got your asses kicked, though. I love the museum. This is nice. I hope I can come back here. The Long Crusade. For 2 decades, the Serpent's Chosen waged the Holy Crusade in grand and glorious battle across dozens of worlds. But the wretched forces of the accursed swarmed like flies, ever more numerous, ever more ravenous. I guess those are the zealots. For 2 decades, the Serpent's Chosen waged the Holy... Where did I read that? You never watched the original series? It can be kind of tough to get through now with modern eyeballs. But when it's good, it's pretty good. I still prefer, the Next Generation. That's my Star Trek that I grew up with. So that one always holds a soft place in my heart. Like, I just listened to a podcast with the actor who plays Worf. He's a cool dude. Bear witness to those who gave their lives in the Serpent's Crusade. Pray that you should be so blessed to join the armies of his, capital H, chosen, capital C, and take up battle against the accursed in the days to come. And you guys haven't increased your technology at all, huh? Well, you should be starting Crusades. Alright, same one. I would love to get in this bad boy. Kick some ass. That'll probably be DLC, you would think. Never know. They did give us a little rover, which is nice. I find it pretty useless, but yeah, what are you gonna do? It's a cool thing to have. Ooh. I've watched the original a million times growing up. I just meant I saw the film and enjoyed The Wrath of Khan. Oh, nice. Right on. My stepdad was a Star Trek fan. Watched it daily. Such a great show. Yeah. I love the feel of the original series. Same with TNG. Deep Space Nine kind of took a darker tone to it, but I still haven't watched all of Deep Space Nine. And then Voyager was cool enough. I didn't really watch it when it was on because I was like when I started to date girls. So I was out doing stuff and I was working, And then Enterprise, I never watched it when it was on, but I like Enterprise. It's kind of cool. Discovery was a shit show. Like, the first 2 episodes were kind of fun, and I saw where they were going with it, but it's unwatchable, man. I can't get through 1 episode of fucking Discovery. It's too cringy. Super cringy. And then with Picard, the 3rd season was really good, but all the other ones were like, not so much. Not so much.
Your skill with locks is admirable.
I leveled it up. Yes, I did. All right, looks like we have some visitors. I like their bathroom. Kind of looks more like a modern bathroom. Soap dispenser. I need some of these for my love nest that we're gonna build. And in any Bethesda game, always check the bathrooms for cool stuff. Oliver Twist, huh? That's an old book. Wait a minute, did that say something about Varun? Treats of the place where Oliver's Twist was born and of the circumstances attending his birth. Subsequent chapters of Chard Varun's novel trace Oliver's Twist journey from Temple Boy. Oh, so the guy pretty much stole the idea of Oliver Twist and then turned it into his own book and took credit for it. That's funny. I just thought it was going to be Oliver Twist. That's fresh. It cares more about modern politics than Star Trek. I'm going to do this all over again? That's annoying. I'll let you guys fight it out. I've already killed you all once. Greetings. You got cool armor. Boom. Mining space helmet. That's interesting. Don't mind me. I am just the Vindicator on a mission. Mission from God. Very, very busy. No time for all of this. Can't go that way. Whee! Alright, we read all of that. Alright, up or down? Let's go up. Oh yeah. But, you know, if you have Paramount Plus or you watch on a naughty site, you know, try them all. It's like I start jonesing for Star Trek and I'll go and try to watch, you know, Discovery. I usually get like 1.5 episodes in and the cringe meter goes off the charts. I had high hopes for it in the first season. Thank you for your service, Maroon. What are you guys? Vortex Phantom. Alright, we are in the High Council chamber. Sneaky, sneaky. Somebody brought a sword to a Big Bang fight. Unrivaled Big Bang. Have an unrivaled Big Bang? Yeah, I think mine's modified, of course, but there's a lot of damage. This is one of the best weapons in the game. And this is a shitty version of it too. I don't have any bonuses. Old Earth shotgun. That's fine. Do you mind, sir? I'm talking to my friends. Alright, looks like these guys... Ooh, what do we have over here? These are the current High Council members. I think he's a good guy. That might be the asshole. I don't know about that guy. Little fish. I do like that the Zealots are helping us out. Are the Zealots shooting me, though? Yeah, they will shoot me, too. I had to test that out. I need an ID card. Ow! That was rude. Jesus. What did I ever do to you? Alright, let's get some lore. Reports. High Council report. As per speaker's request, an assessment of the High Council by operative. Alright, so this was him doing all this sneaky shit to get his evil plan to fruition. Burden of leadership. I do not know how my grandfather did it. Yeah. Trying to live up to his famous granddaddy. What if this fails? Something missed. Most of all, I worry, what if this works, but there's no answer? So he was questioning his faith. Yeah. I would be too if I was worshiping a snake. I don't think it's a literal snake, though. I think they talked with a Starborn, and whatever they saw kind of resembled some energy going around in a circle. That's why they called it the Great Serpent. Got any cool stuff here? Sundial. Fishbowl. Microvase. All these items are really good for decoration. You build a love nest. Ooh, a sextant. Gotta have one of those. A love nest. I'm really digging the music they got for this too. That was not worth it. Posture check from Double D. You got it, Double D? I could have used it a little bit. There better be a big, giant snake, I agree. Size of a planet. As a boss, you have to fight. Yep. You got to get a bunch of ships together. And you all got to come together and form Voltron. And then have a fist-to-fist fight with a snake. That also has cyborg arms. And then we're going to palm the sun. You know, because we got to be dramatic, right? For modern audiences, you got to make everything big. And then we're going to throw the sun at them. That'll hurt them, but it won't kill them. And then we'll have to drag them into a black hole. But we can't just throw them into the black hole because of some kind of MacGuffin thing that's connecting us. And we're just going to have to sacrifice ourselves by dragging us and the giant snake into the black hole with us. And then boom, credits start. But then there's an after credit scene to where we open our eyes in some other dimension. And the snake is there injured. And we have to help the snake. And then we become friends. And then we have to survive on this weird area that's not a planet. It's a different universe. The laws of physics make no sense. And it's just us and the snake. We only have each other. Then we cut. Bum, 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 bum. Cliffhanger ending. Alright. Where was I? Hello.
Despite your attempts to meddle,
Tis I.
you have nonetheless served your part in the Serpent's
Vindicator
plan.
Venkman.
Neither you nor the Zealots will disrupt our achievement now. The gate will cycle one more time, shifting the Citadel into the vortex. You and those bothersome Zealots trapped inside will be cast into the void forever.
Don't lump me in with the Zealots.
And
Nobody
I
likes the
will
Zealots.
carry on the
They're like the
crusade
kid at school that
myself.
smells like pee. I never blame that kid. I always blame the parents. You're not getting rid of me that easily. I have to shut this down before anyone hurt. You're a monster.
There is nothing you can do to stop me. The Great Serpent cannot be defied.
I'm a bit of a starborn myself as well. Nobody brings that up anymore, but I am. Whee! Oh, critical. I'm faster than you. Oh. You dead yet? Still alive, huh?
I am the Serpent's chosen.
Dude does a lot of damage. I'll give him that. One moment, sir. I have to reload. You've got a lot of HP. Ooh, got one shot by whatever the fuck that was. Cheating bastards. Why don't I have 2 million HP like you guys? And then you fall. Oh yeah, gotta fall in love with the steak, man. I gotta do this all over again. Fine, fine.
Despite your, neither you nor you and those.
Your mother.
There is nothing you can.
Alright, let's actually take some buffs. Why not? Let's do Battle Stem. How long does that last? 5 minutes? That'll work. Battle Stem. Make sure we're eating that. Don't need that. Groat milk. Groat pie. Eat an orange for some citrus, vitamin C, it's neuroactive. See, I never use buffs. Recon stem, no. Squall, damage. Yeah, let's do squall on it. Vortex core. Use that one too. Perfect. All right, quick save. Oh. My gun is broken. My Starborn powers aren't working. Get off me. Why isn't this working? FaceTime's broken. FaceTime's our most powerful ability. Reloading. I'm gonna go take a break over here in the lobby.
I am the Serpent's chosen. I cannot be defeated.
It's crazy.
To me, defend the gate.
Kind of hard to fight like this.
nothing.
That's pretty rude. My mother said I was somebody.
What was that? Back here? Over there? Hey! Hey, for the law! What was here? The serpent's demand! Come back and face me, ghost! More we cannot leave!
I shall not falter. I shall not fail.
Alright, let's release that. Made the fight more fun without the FaceTime though. Alright, we gotta keep going, keep going. Don't mind me. I'm just here to work on your IT issue. Stop that video game. It's very annoying.
Hostiles imminent. Unleashing the Serpent's Wrath. For the glory of House Va'ruun.
So many bad guys in there. Jesus. Alright, let's take a breath. In. Through the nose. They just keep spawning though. This is kind of like how the Starborn fights were. Perfect. Boom, goes the dynamite. Yeah. Oop, can't go that way. Hey, stop that. It's very annoying. Alright, you.
System damage. Please save.
Ooh, that was a grenade. Oh, god damn it, Raw. I saw the grenade at the last second. Gotta do all that shit again. God. We are playing on the hardest setting though. Remember that. If it was on normal, it wouldn't be too bad. Dude's got infinite health.
I am the Serpent's chosen. I cannot make up his head. Traitors! Defend! To me! Defend the gate! Taking our brother!
Oh, group high, battle stem. No toxic. Yeah, they shouldn't be able to see me.
You!
Oh, Jesus. That kind of spooked me a little bit. Those guys will one-shot me.
The hour is at hand! All must serve!
Hey, get off me. Boom. I think the guy teleports and then flips the switch back. I think that's what's happening. That's funny.
You utter fool! What have you done?
Oh, my job.
The entirety of the Citadel will be dragged into the vortex!
Good.
You have doomed us all!
Alright, well, let's get the hell out of here before that happens. Man, this place has really gone to shit. Can't go that way. Can't go that way. Motherfucker. Did I just die? Can't really tell. I really hate that blue stuff. It does weird things to my screen. Konami made Silent Hill 2 remake. Looks like Silent Hill 2 OG they fixed. Yeah, I've seen a couple horror games that were remade that actually was a remake and not just a, you know, slightly better textures or something. Get off me, man. That was cool. I was watching a streamer play a horror game that was like a true remaster. I don't remember the name of the game, but it was a 2015 game. It had the actor from Mr. Robot in it, but it looked like a modern game. To me, that's what a remaster is. Not just like HD textures and all that shit. You know, like Mass Effect. You know, that should have been remade, not just reskinned a little bit. And I believe they also added more bugs. You're supposed to take away bugs, not add to them.
Utter fool! What have you done? The entirety of the Citadel will be dragged into the vortex! You have doomed us all!
Game is bugging out. Game is definitely freaking.
We have to get out of here while we can.
I agree. Where have you been this whole time? No help. Zero help. Boop. You guys might want to leave.
No! No! You shall not escape! Seize him!
Don't mind me. This is definitely the toughest fight I've had in a long time. Mainly because my Starborn power wasn't working. Can't go that way. Let's go this way. You guys alive?
To me!
Get off me. Very busy. Very, very busy. Doing what everybody should be doing right now. Getting the hell out of here. I don't know what the zealots are thinking. Andreja gives no shits about her people. Well, these aren't really her people. These are bad people. Except for the main bad guy. He was their speaker, which I guess is like their El Presidente. Very cool, man. Probably definitely missed some collectibles in there, but
Slowly, slowly.
I told you he would
through a
make it.
lot.
Of course he would.
I cannot believe it. The Citadel is gone. There is no sign of Anasco. You failed.
Nope.
You brought us no scrap of hope for the future?
100% effective. I'm fine. Thanks for asking.
I do not wish to suggest that I do not care.
I would do more than suggest. You are inconsequential compared to the Speaker. Why are you standing here instead of in Asco?
Alright, ensuring Dazer's safety meant overloading the experiment. Everything inside the Citadel was lost. Inesco brought this on himself. He cared more about the experiment than all of you. Inesco had lost his mind. There was no saving him. Let's go with that one.
Then truly, we are lost. Without Inasco, there is no Speaker. There is no way forward.
Let's make Andrasia the Speaker.
Perhaps.
I don't have time for it.
Or perhaps we acknowledge a simple truth.
I'm very busy.
We are currently the government. We decide what happens from here.
You would dare speak of treason?
Yeah,
Heresy!
especially this one. Well, he's kind of like the local
I speak
asshole.
of survival.
Yeah, there's always got to be an asshole.
Calm down, both of you.
This is not a time to be calm or sit idly by. This is a time for action. We, the three of us, are the High Council. All of House Varun looks to us for guidance. We should provide it.
Yeah, she wants power too. She wants to rule. She's got a point. Inesco is the only one who can rule. Oh, no, we're not going to say that. You're going to need a new speaker.
Indeed, we will. So we should name one. Right now.
Agreed.
That is not within our power.
But Lovek, it can be. We can decide that right here, right now. We can carve a path forward.
They should have
for
already
House
done
Varun.
this, but they're being
Or else
rather silly.
We can sit by and watch all
That's
that
the problem
we
with
have built
theocracies,
crumble
though.
around us.
Governments are tedious
And what
enough to
assurance do
navigate,
I
much
have
less a
that the two of
theocracy.
you are not just looking to usurp power for yourselves.
Then we let the Vindicator decide.
Agreed.
And we have a herald here as a witness.
I choose Andrasia. I don't remember who's connected to what house. I'll be speaker.
An amusing thought, but no. Try again.
God, I don't remember which house is which person. Don't remember. Let's see here. Bunch of shit choices for sure. I like that they at least allowed us to say that we'll be speaker. I want to make Andrasia speaker. Which one of you is Vethal? I feel like Cadix were dicks. Dulkef. Yeah, I don't remember. Let's go with Vethal.
Then so it shall be.
Well, he was
House Varun
Dulkef.
moves forward from this crisis and continues to serve the
I think I would
great
rather
servant.
him have
All
been it.
must serve.
Oh, so
Before you
we
adjourn,
made the asshole.
is there
speaker.
not one matter more to address?
I do not understand. To what do you refer?
To the matter of the Serpent's Crusade, of course.
Way more than 5,000 came back.
The Vindicator knows of what I speak.
They sold a lot of DLC.
I don't understand. The Crusade was ages ago. What does that have to do with any of this?
Explain the meaning of this at once.
So she knows what was going on. Inesco believed the Great Serpent was instructing him to restart the Serpent's Crusade. Part of the experiment was to send phantoms into the sun
Are you
systems.
sure you are listening?
Dude, shut the fuck up. We'll go with this one.
After all this time, and we knew nothing of this. The council was never consulted.
To be fair, it has never been necessary for the speaker to consult the council. It is
shit
his
way to
decision
govern.
to make.
There is nothing more to discuss. If the Speaker calls for crusade, then we answer.
I can assure you all that he did indeed believe in it.
Then House Vethal agrees. The crusade begins. What does House Dulkef say?
I have no wish to defy the speaker, but he is no longer here. The Varun people need time. House Dulkef declines.
No, I should have expected as much. And what does House Kadik say?
Both
I
of my
chose the
colleagues
worst
have made
house.
valid points.
By accident.
The matter is complicated.
Not really.
I believe that for the moment, House Kadik abstains.
So, 1 vote for, 1 against. And what about you? Should we take up the sword and fight for House Va'ruun?
You get
or
your
continue
ass
to
kicked.
cower here and pity ourselves?
They would have gotten their ass kicked at
Consider
full
what
strength.
You're about to say very carefully.
Things are peaceful and should stay that way. I'm against Crusade.
So be it.
And with all of this out of the way, we will take our leave. You have been through a great deal and deserve a chance to rest. The home, of course, is yours. You deserve a place among us after everything. Know that House Va'ruun is eternally grateful for all that you have done. And that the Great Serpent will one day grant you a place by his side.
Yeah, I've already been there. Alright, we got a vacant house key and all of that. Oop, looks like we were sitting down. Oh yeah, we were resting. What, do you got me in a prison cell? Is this a hospital bed? What kind of fucking hospital is this? Alright, but all of that will have to wait, for I have to go to real life. Alright, let's do a hard save here. Let's do Oracle. Boop. Thanks for joining me in my space adventures, everyone. MS Warlord, always great to speak with you. Sidkus 5 dropping in at the end. But yeah, way more than 5,000 players have played this. I don't know how many DLCs they sold, but it was a lot, for sure. Double D, always nice to have you chat me up during these things. But you guys have a wonderful afternoon, more this old world.